Hello, everyone, and welcome to your second Snap Take of the day. As promised, we've got a patch overview and data mines to talk about today. We have the fully spoiled Captain America Brave New World season coming this February. Let's look at the new cards, some of the best variants from the patch, and all the information. The first thing I want to look at is the patch highlights. The patch released on December 10th had these data mines in them. I'm going to also credit for all of the new cards. SnapFan, that's where I pulled them from. SnapZone has them now too. So this, however, is directly from Second Dinner. Patch highlights. So launch with the in Super Premium Pass is going to come with the Dark Avenger season. The Dark Avenger season is the season coming in January. We already previewed that, so we're not going to preview it again. Although there are two cards updated that we will talk about today. This is renamed from Premium Plus to Super Premium. It has an updated purchase screen. It goes from $15 to $20 basically. It now includes 10 season pass levels, which it already did, 3 borders, and 1 exclusive super rare variant. They promised something for deck builders. I guess it was borders. This is not worth the money for anyone who completes the season pass anyway, I would argue. I'm not impressed. I think that it is frustrating that the main thing they managed to add to this season pass is basically just a way to spend extra money on it for some variants. I don't know. It seems like it's not very good or it's not very good value. Maybe these variants will blow my mind and change my mind, but I don't expect that. So, series drops are also happening. There will also be a bigger series drop in the first quarter of 2025, which is faster than the previous schedule. That also suggests to me that they are not immediately about to change the card acquisition model, which they've been promising for well over a year now, which is obviously a source of frustration for a major part of the community. Fastos Pixie, Supergiant, and Valentina. And I am going to say that in with the benefit of hindsight, all of these are good cards. None of these are meta defining cards. None of these are must have cards, but they are dropping a bunch of good cards that you would be happy to own to Series 4. So that's better. Is this enough given that there's like 70 cards in Series 5? No, not even slightly. That's why the larger series drop is happening and they need to rework card acquisition. However, the cards they are giving us are all cards that have value in the current meta. We did a video previously where we did a full breakdown of all these cards and what their best decks were, so we're not going to redo that here. Moving to Series 3, we have Jean Grey, Kitty Pryde, and Snowguard, which is just an embarrassingly low number of cards. I do have a deck that uses Jean here. Kitty is in a lot of decks. Snowguard could potentially be in a deck. Snowguard's in a deck I'm going to feature probably tomorrow or the next day. So there is some value to these cards in these decks. Being free now. So that's what Series 3 means. Series 3 means free. You don't have to spend any extra resources except playing the game in order to get them. Kitty Pryde is the big get here. Jean and Snowguard are cards you're kind of okay to have, but not really requirements. So at the end of the day, this is a extremely underwhelming patch on the second dinner side. Luckily, we also have OTA. We also have OTAs. We also have the OTA coming Thursday, guaranteed to change a whole bunch of cards. And we have a bunch of data mines to talk about later this video. Before we get to that though, Splitsmith is supposed to end, but it's going to go for one more week to ensure that split rates don't cause bugs alongside the new patch. It's going to be tested behind the week for the week and then updated next week. I wish I knew that. I literally spent every single credit I have. I have 100 credits right now because I finished a daily. I spent every single credit I have for the end of Splitsmith to not get the Kate Bishop split I wanted, but there is one more week. Uh, Splitsmith remains live until Tuesday, December 17th. So that's a plus. It sucks that they're getting rid of it. I wish they would not get rid of it until Mastery came or until their card acquisition changes happened as a way to really like help the community. But second dinner, going to second dinner. If you want to be updated on all things Second Dinner, all things Marvel Snap, please hit that sub button. We bring you 7 days a week of Marvel Snap videos. This week, we're going to do something like 10 videos. We have more consistent and constant Marvel Snap content than anyone. We give you at least 3 brand new decks every single day. We had a video this morning with 4 brand new decks. And then on top of that, we're going to have a new deck for every single card, spoiled or data mined today. So we cover more decks than anyone. If you want to keep up to date with Marvel Snap, this is the place. Hit that sub button, please. It would really help us out. Liking and commenting helps spread the word as well. And we're giving away Galacta. One video this week will have a Galacta. So, nice and simple. I ask a question in the video. As long as you're subbed and like the video, your answer enters you to win a Galacta. We'll be giving away 1 Galacta this week. We give away 5 the last week of the season and 5 the first week of the new season. So we're giving away 1 a week thereafter. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to tell you the galactic question right now. I'm not even going to make you wait. The galactic question is really, really, really super simple. Ready? What do you think? Which is your favorite of these Datamine cards? That's it. You tell me what's your favorite Datamine card, which one you're looking most forward to, and you're entered to win Galacta. Our first of those cards is Sam Wilson, Captain America, the season pass card for February. Yes, there is a Falcon, Sam Wilson in the game already. They are clearly going further with the Rocket and Groot thing, with the symbiote Spider-Man thing, where they're going to use characters and their different identities as different things. Uh, I'm pro that. I'm all for like these really powerful cards not being locked into earlier series, and thus us having more opportunity to play with powerful cards in different contexts. I also think this is really cool design. So Sam Wilson Captain America is a 2/3. Game start, which is apparently going to be a new keyword that we would assume will happen on things like Evolutionary and Thanos and Arishem and others, perhaps Hulkling, so on. Game start, add Cap Shield to a random location. So you start the game with a 1/1. Not bad, right? Which means that Cap, the second you play him, is going to be a 3/4. Ongoing, you can move Cap Shield. So you have to actually play Captain America's Shield in order to do anything with that 1/1. The ongoing, this can't be destroyed. Give your Cap +2 power when this moves to Cap's location. So this is going to get +2 power. So this is going to give this Sam Wilson Captain America +2 power whenever it moves to his location, and he can choose to move it to his location. Now, the idea here would seemingly be to get the other Captain America out, Steve Rogers Captain America, the 3/3 one that gives +2 to ongoings, right? And then you can ping pong the shield between, giving +2 to Captain America each turn. Is this going to be a viable strategy? Nope, I don't think so. But this does seem super cool, super fun, and distinct from Marvel Snap, so I am excited for it. This Captain America, the other Captain America, and the Shield are all ongoings as well, which is really pretty solid, which means I'm going to put this in an ongoing list. The ongoing list I want to try this in is Thanos. I think Thanos does a good job to make up for having that 1/1 on the board. Thanos Wiccan gives me the extra energy to play all these cards. Getting cards that are this powerful under a Goose means they're likely to win a lane. I think all of this ends up positive. I can use Jean Grey with the shield as a way to like clog up the Jean lane whenever I want to and then move things off it. All of this seems like it's really synergistic, while I can potentially win the non Goose lane by using my like US agent style cards. So I think that this deck should be really interesting. Really, is it going to be meta? No, probably not. But I think this card is cool enough to be worth looking into and worth playing with. I'm personally excited for Captain America Falcon, even if it's not going to be a broken card, I would not think. That's not the only Captain America we're getting. Sorry, not the only Falcon we're getting. It's the only Captain America we're getting. We are also on 2/4 with that card, getting the new Falcon, Joaquin Torres, who's going to be ongoing. The on reveal abilities of your 1-cost cards here happen twice. There's excuse me. There's surprisingly not that many good 1-cost on reveals, but those that there are played in bounce. Now, this is nice and simple. You want to play this card, and then you want to play cards like Silver Sable and the Hood on top of it. Those are easily the two best cards I think here for this card. There are certain ways that Nico Minora will work really well here, but generally speaking, we want Silver Sable and we want the Hood. Rocket Raccoon's okay if you can time it right, but your opponent's gonna have to make a mistake for that to really work out well. I am personally very positive on this card, and I think in a bounce deck it might replace Bishop. This is my current bounce deck. Bishop is in it right now. I think Bishop comes out, Joaquin Torres comes in, and I just take the extra opportunity to get a Hood, Silver Sable, Rocket Raccoon, Nico Minoru trigger. Getting 2 demons and then bouncing it and then getting 2 more demons seems game winning. That's 424 in power. That's insanely powerful, and I think that that is fundamentally where I'm trying to go with the Joaquin Torres Falcon. Anything else I get is really a bonus, although a 1/4 Silver Sable seems pretty damn good. That's going to take +4 off the top card of the opponent's deck. I like this idea a lot. I think Joaquin Torres is going to be great. One other card not in this deck that I think this works really well with is Kate Bishop. I think Acid Arrow is obviously not really helpful here, right? But the what's it called, normal arrow with the whatever one, the one that works just like basic Hawkeye, is really good. Basic Hawkeye is also really good. You get the double bonus on those. I don't know, I think I'm reasonably excited for this card. I know a lot of people are going to be down on this. I personally am not. The spotlight caches that come with Joaquin Torres are decent. Makari is a card not a lot of people have because it was considered to be terrible when it came out. It is quite good in Surfer, particularly in Surfer hand buff, which is a lot of what we have right now. And as such, it would not shock me to see Makari become the sleeper here. Namora was another sleeper card. It's a little annoying to see Namora happen 2 times in 3 months. Namora was just in the September season pass. I'm not sure if I want Namora back this soon, given that there's so many cards we haven't seen, but she is a good card that more people should own. And as far as the variants go, I think all three of these are very, very good variants. So I'm pro Joaquin Torres. I think more people should own Makari, and if they go to get Joaquin Torres, i.e., if they like bounce, they'll end up being happy about it, as my cat meows. All right, next up we have Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, who is a 2/2. When your opponent ends a turn with unspent energy, draw a card with 10 or more power. So your opponent better curve out, or you get a 10 drop. That seems like it's really good. You know what deck that seems like it's really good in? The Tens deck. Whether it be the Wiccan version of the Tens deck or the regular version of the Tens deck, this is going to be a staple in those, just because getting really powerful cards out of your deck is how those decks win. Is he going to be a must-have in those decks? Yeah, probably. He also probably is really good in decks like Arishem and Thanos, where you can just afford to play this card and occasionally pull a 10 drop, because draw is good in Marvel Snap. Yes, your opponent can control it, but there's only so much they can control it. You don't always curve out. This is going to be a very good card, if a kind of boring one. I stuck it in Pink Surtur, whatever. I stuck it in the standard 10 deck uh, shell. I think it's going to be really good here. Is it going to be a must play? No, probably not. But like, I don't think it's a must own. I don't think this is a meta deck, but it is a good card. It's a passive ability, so you need to Red Guardian it to turn it off. Yeah, good card. Or Lady Deathstrike it, I guess. But yeah, again, good card. Kind of boring, but powerful. The Spotlight Cash with Thunderbolt Ross is Nebula, and I cannot freaking believe Nebula is still not Series 3. If there ever a card to just freaking Series drop, it's Nebula. This is a very cool Nebula variant at the very least. I've got like a million Nebula variants. This Blink is pretty cool. Blink is a card that many people want, many people don't seem to have for whatever reason. I'm not sure if people started playing later than the May season or if they just didn't think Blink was going to be good. But Blink is a card that every time I feature in a deck, a lot of people are like, how do I replace Blink? Blink is a really, really tough card to replace, particularly for like Hella decks and sort of dumpy big idiot Infinity decks, War Machine decks. And as such, people will be looking for her. She fits well with Thunderbolt Ross here. Perfectly fine. Nebula is a card that exists in Marvel Snap. It's fine. It should really be Series 3. I do like this Thunderbolt Ross variant a lot, and I might go out of my way to get it. I don't know. It just feels cool. Then we have not Doom 2099. I didn't change the word there. It is Redwing. Redwing is a 1/2. This is Falcon's Falcon. On reveal, return one of your other one cost cards here to your hand to give it +2 power. That's fantastic, right? Like every bounce deck forever is going to want this. You can cycle this real easily with the three other bounce cards. So basically what I did is I cut Agent Venom because I don't really need Agent Venom if I have Redwing. Like Agent Venom's main use now is being a 2/5 that I can use to turn off my hood or sable things. Well, Redwing says, don't worry about that. I'll bounce them back and take care of that for you. You're perfectly fine to do this with literally any of these ones. And then you could rebounce it and cycle it. Hell yeah. You can do that with Joaquin Torres to get a bajillion cards. You can get 2 cards back, giving +2 to each, turning Redwing into a 1/6 with just that combo. I am all about this card. I think it is going to go in Joaquin Torres Falcon decks with Falcon, which with Toxin, with Beast, and then you're just going to be able to say, I've got so many hoods, you cannot possibly beat me. So sorry, so many demons technically. You can even play a hood toward the end of the game and immediately Red Wing it when it's for free with Black Swan as a way to get extra power, as a way to get an extra trigger for Hitmonkey. This is so powerful. Red Wing is a card that just this might be the card of the month for me. Redwing comes with 2 good cards, but cards that aren't really the meta. We're seeing more and more Zemo lately as Mill comes, and I don't know if I love or hate this like weird Mickey Mouse style Zemo. I can't decide. But this is at least a distinct Baron Zemo that Redwing comes with, and it comes with a very cool Loki. Loki is in and out of the meta. It's an okay card right now. It's in a decent place. I'm seeing some decks with Loki start to resurface, so that's cool. Redwing is obviously going to be a must-own card. The last card that comes in Spotlight Caches of the month is Diamondback. Diamondback is an ongoing enemy cards here afflict with negative power, have an additional -2 power. If you can get Luke Cage and they don't have Luke Cage, this wins the game. If you can turn one locations that you hazmated into -3 for them, even if it's still -1 for you, is absolutely absurd. If you can get this in a lane with US Agent and you're giving -6 to their big things, that's amazing. If you've got Luke and oh no, it's only enemy cards. So if you just drop a man thing in this location, their low cost cards are all getting -4 while yours only getting -2. Hell yeah. Diamondback's a must have for Ajax decks for this style of deck that I love. This is my favorite style of deck. This card with Malekith seems absolutely insane. Where if I Malekith this, they don't know how negative they are. And if they don't have Luke Cage, I win. This just seems so strong. Diamondback is going to be incredible. Diamondback and Redwing are where I'm really at this month, which is funny because they are definitely the two least like flashy cards of the month. But I think that they're both going to be at like insanely strong. I'm very, 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 very excited for them. And Diamondback, they know is going to be strong because they're putting it with two form really old season pass cards that aren't great. This is a really cool Nimrod variant, and Nimrod kind of sucks. Nimrod, much like Nebula, is a card that should really have been in Series 3 a long time ago. Phoenix Force, I get being Series 4 because it's a big build around, but like this is a really cool Phoenix Force variant. But Phoenix Force is not meta unless your name is Jet. Diamondback, they know is going to be strong again based on this week. Much like they're putting Doom 2099 with really sort of weak stuff, they're doing the same thing here. Then we have Batroc the Leaper, Batroc the Leaper, who is the new card, just data mined. It is my assumption that he will be in something like Deadpool's Diner, High Voltage, or the new mode that they've already teased for January. So he will be a new mode released card. He's a 1/2. When a card moves, follow it to gain +2 power. So you play a card. If a card moves on either side, Batroc jumps and gets +2. It should be relatively easy to get him to a 1/6 or 1/8, which makes him worth playing in specific decks. Those decks I do not think are move decks, which often clog the shit out of themselves. Those decks I think are Scream decks. I think Scream will really, really love this. You can, as you're moving your opponent's cards with Juggernaut, Polaris, Spider-Man, Cannonball, Arrow, etc. Even if it's only once, it should be very easy. Hell, Hydra Bob. It should be very easy to get Batroc to a 1/8. You've already got a 2/11, 2/5, 2/13 in Scream. You've got a like 1/6, 1/8 in Kingpin. This is a stats list to its core. It doesn't look like it, but it is. And I think Batroc is going to be great in it. Just like you play Batroc, then you play Craven, then you Polaris a card onto Craven, right? You just got 2 power on Craven, 2 power on Batroc, and you disrupted their play patterns. If you do Scream, Craven, then this just through the roof. Just so many different ways to put power on the board. Then we have Cobra, who again I'm assuming is going to be in one of these new game modes, who is a 3/6. You can only play this at a location where your opponent has exactly one card. This is atrocious. This will often be completely unplayable and trapped in your hand, so I think it has to be played with War Machine, but I don't think it'll be played. I don't think 3/6 is enough stats to really give a shit about to really go out of your way to do this. We have the Super Tech God Good cards list as my shell for this because I cannot imagine playing this without War Machine. Your opponent all of a sudden drops 2 cards on the location, Cobra stuck in your hand. Like, why would you not just play a Gladiator or another card here? I don't know. I think Cobra is absolutely terrible. Bullseye was updated from a 4/6 to a 3/3. It is still an activate, discard all cards that cost 1 or less from your hand, afflict that many different enemy cards with -2 power. I still don't know what the hell to do with this. My best bet is this random bullshit go deck. This is an update to an old relist where I can fundamentally say Swarm and Scorn can be discarded multiple times. That's going to pump up my collector. And then I can rediscard them at the end of the whenever I want to activate Bullseye. Bullseye again, I don't know why it's not updated on Snapzone, is now a 3/3, so it's easier to play in this deck. It has less counter synergy with Moon Knight. I don't know. It feels like this is probably pretty decent. Moonstone got an extra power. She went from a 4/5 to a 4/6. This is going to be the best card of that month if Victoria Hand isn't. This card seems incredible. Here's a Patriot deck where you can copy you can copy Mystique, that's Iron Man. You can copy Patriot. You can copy both, right? Because you can just drop Moonstone on. You can go Patriot, Moonstone, and then you can go Iron Man, and then you can go Mystique, and then whatever else. Jesus, this is just insane power. I think that this card is going to be the card of the month. Again, still showing as a 4/5, but Datamine updated to a 4/6. Now we're gonna look at some cool variants. These are variants I like, or actually the first variant's not a variant I'm sure I like. The Agent Coulson is hilarious and adorable. I love the fish. I don't even know what the hell this is supposed to be, but I love that it's in Marvel Snap. It is too memorific. This is great. This will also be my favorite arishem. It's also only a 700 gold arishem, so get hyped. I think this arishem is awesome. Completely holding the plan in his hand is really great scale. I'm a big fan. This Captain America comes in the season pass for February, and I think it's one of the better Captain Americas. Captain America is one of those great cards with a million one of those terrible cards with a million great variants. So this is yet another to add to the pile. Let's hope Sam Wilson Captain America makes this one playable. Then we have Corvus Glaive, and I'm not sure if this looks more like Darkhawk or like Drizzt to Erden, but I don't care. This is the best Corvus Glaive in the game. Hell yeah, I want it. We finally have a Jeff Goldblum Grandmaster. It is Dan Hip. I just bought a Grandmaster I really love. I guess that's gone because this will be the only one I play, and I must gold it, so that's exciting. He's even got a freaking keyboard. Let's go. I think there's a paucity of good Iron Fist variants. Iron Fist is a really cool character with only 2 or 3 good variants. I bet you this one looks amazing animated, and I'm all for it. Then we have this Juggernaut, which I think immediately becomes the best Juggernaut in the game. I have a gold Juggernaut, and I'm very excited to make this one be gold. The Wolverine attacking is pretty great too. I'm all for this. This Makari is a Spotlight Makari. Um, the base art Makari is my favorite base art in the game, but I really love that this is basically Flash. This looks almost exactly like Flash. I would assume the like weird red trails in the back end up looking like Flash, and Flash is really cool. So that's exciting. Hip Red Guardian, immediate best Red Guardian. If you're a longtime viewer, you know I love Dan Hips. I have every Dan Hip in the game, save Doop, Groot, and Devil Dinosaur. So I will obviously immediately get this Red Guardian and be excited for it. And then one more slide of this. We've got a Dan Hip Gore that's coming out in February. Will immediately be the Gore I get. This is the only good Gore. I think Gore's character design is terrible. The Captain America Season Pass variant is gorgeous, and I'm really happy they're giving this to us. I have this gold immediately. I also have Sage. This is like they're doing a like fashion show thing. They recently released a Sage for 700 gold that I didn't think felt anything like Sage. Meanwhile, I think this one absolutely nails the character, and I'm all for it, and I will absolutely be grabbing it. I have gold with green crackle ready for Sage. That's it for the look at the new cards. Let me know what your favorite is. Don't forget, patreon.com/snapjudgments if you want to support the channel some more. We'll be back tomorrow with another video, then Thursday with 2 more videos, so get excited. I'd like to say thank you to all these patrons, and then I'll let you go for the day. Thank you to Abigail Giesland, Mandatory Burnout, Irregardless, David G. Wingfield, Dirty Casual, Danton, LAB, FaThorNewman, Good Dog Gamer, Inc., I Am Frostman, Jane Everett, Thinking Poker, Primed Ryan, Ryan Burke, Ryan Wood, Caretix Lee, Koire, Kazushi, welcome aboard, Kazushi, thank you. Archangel 3K, Black Dahlia, Purpose, The Good Seeker, Hallowed, Good Pro Joe, Snap Decisions Joe, Fat Nick, Mr. Kerfuffle, Cable, Ginger Prime, Philip Brakovich, Haplo, Candy Loggers of the Danger Zone, Rob Silverman, The Bizza, Black Jeebus 23, Exorcy, Skippy G, Jessica Gamble, Tommy Nyquist, King of Bros, Great Kazoo, Ketsuhoda, Ludacris, Corwin, John Q, Jimmy McHugh, YM, Colonel Forbin, Yistout, 8th Sage, Models, Mod Supreme, Green Goblin, Unibot, Flan 56, Stephen, Brian Coffin, Tristan H. Martin, Jason B, the JD McDonald, Nino, the Fuzzy Dollar, Spectrum Mix, Hoot, Matt H, DJ Mike Agix, No Frickin' Flex, Oculars, Mr. Greg Sterry, BG, Zodrex, the King of Canada, Denman Falcon, Jonesy, the Great Two Ties, the Great Lauren Whatever, the Pirate King Tuccrr, and of course Gunny T, where the T stands for Sorry I rushed that. My family got home in the process of doing this, and I'd like to go spend time with them. I'm going to upload this. Hopefully this goes live immediately, and you enjoy it. You can sub by clicking that button right in the middle of the screen. On the left and right are 2 recent videos that I think you'll really love. Show some love, and I'll see you tomorrow with 3 new decks, including my Penny Parker thoughts. She's badass. Peace.